guys, and welcome back to Real Life with Melissa. Today we have a home edition, and I hope you guys are okay and well where you are. I'm surrounded by fellow age mates today, and we're just going to be tackling a topic that I believe is very essential to the teenagers and the youth of this generation. But before I get into it, I'd love for you to get to know the lovely people I have around me. Peter?
Oh. Okay, yes. It is really a privilege and honored to be on Melissa's show. I think it is the third time for me to be here, like in this seat. Peter Kodili is my name, 30 years of age. Of course, yes, I'm older than most of these people here. And I'm an uncle to the three at least. Yes, I studied computer sciences, but majored in animation. Yes, I do agriculture, and I also play guitar.
Very detailed.
Hi, my name is Winnie. I'm 20. My birthday is 9th March, in case you want to send a gift. But I study a number of things, but my majors are neuroscience, biochemistry, and French. I'm very happy to be here and hope this goes well.
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Daniel, and I am currently a university student at Northern Cyprus. But the school is called Eastern Mediterranean University, but it's okay for now. Just know that I'm a university student. That's all you have to know. Anything else you want to know, just come to me, and then
What
we'll
majors
get
are you
close.
doing?
Oh, I'm doing civil engineering. Yeah.
This is news to me.
Really? Yeah. Don't worry, we'll catch up.
I'm Sophia Lamono, and just made 24 3 weeks ago. Yes, and a student at Chambogo University. Yes, I'm in my third year.
Wow.
Yes, and I'm single. Okay, not single, but I'm single.
What do you mean by not single, but single?
I'm seeing someone. But
Okay.
You're not official.
But there is a situation.
You're not out yet.
we are still in that talking stage.
Talking stage.
Okay.
I
Exactly.
see. How long should the talking stage last?
I think depending on the people.
2 weeks.
Hey, you're John.
Okay. These
That's a
guys are
question
running
mark.
ahead of time. So basically, I'm mostly privileged to have people at this the age range that they're in on this show today because I feel like their age group, or to be specific, the youth generally struggle a lot with this topic, and they have come to conclusions on what they think or what they feel this thing should be like, and many times their conclusions aren't necessarily truthful, but they're so lost in the delusion that it is true that they're getting hurt every single day and have absolutely no idea how to. We have a set of girls and we have a set of boys, so we're going to go around and have a general picture of it all together, from the view of the guys, from the view of the girls, but generally what relationships are to them. I'll start with Winnie. What is a relationship to you?
Because we're talking about romantic relationships, I think it's just an interaction that you have with somebody that you kind of have feelings for, or somebody that you see in your life for at least a period of time.
Okay, Peter, what would your view be on this?
Oh, I would think it is this kind of connection you may have with someone. It does not necessarily mean an opposite sex, because in families we have brothers, we have fathers. Yes, so I think it is that kind of connection that you have with someone. Yes.
Okay, I like that you've made it broad and brought in the aspect of family. And so I would like to ask, because relationship is a very general topic, when you are in talking about the topic relating to family relationships, what's that like for you? Your family relationships, are they clean? Are they complicated?
Well, I would say they're both. Some of them are complicated, some of them are clean. But I guess in general, I'm one person who likes to bond with everyone. So I would say I'm free. I'm this kind of person who is free. And so I guess I would actually regard my family members to be like my best friends. They're actually closer to me than my actual best friends because I have some security issues. But yeah, my family is actually the closest thing to having being a best friend that I have. Yeah.
Thank you, Danny.
She said thank you.
Nice.
Now he
You're
has
welcome.
said that his relationship with his family is stable. And I want to ask a question. Do you think that if a person has their family, if their relationship with their family is stable, their relationship with everyone else will be stable too?
Well, I guess that could be like the foundation. I mean, like me personally, like my insecurity reasons, maybe not outside, not related to any family issues. But now, if I'm this kind of person who was insecure with my family, I feel like that kind of energy would be transferred into other relationships. So I would say it's kind of like a foundation. Yeah,
A
it builds a
foundation.
foundation.
So having a relationship with your family builds a foundation for the rest of your relationships elsewhere. What about those who have no family and are in relationships, let's say boy-girl relationships? Sophia, what would be your view on that? For those who do not have family around them that's as close to them as many of us are privileged to, but they are in relationships every day with another sex, what do you think that's like for them?
I think, first of all, when you're in a relationship, you open up a lot, right? You get to know someone. Some people may become your family in the long run. So, me making friends with someone, they may become family to me, and we get share a lot. So it doesn't necessarily mean that we should share something like something romantic or something. Let me see, sexual, something like that. It's not all about that. You can make friends with the outside people and they become family.
Okay. So in this case, when someone's in a relationship with a person that they have feelings for, they can end up becoming like family to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good question. Now, when they become like family to you, do you begin to open up completely, or do you still have barriers you keep up?
Now that is another thing.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't say with experience because I've not been there before. But from what I hear and what I've seen so far, it is not that kind of, okay, in a relationship that you open up with someone, let me say a friend, a family member. There's this other saying that says that you can trust, you don't look for your enemy very far away from you. Don't look for your enemy outside your house or where, because they are just rubbing shoulders with you, you see. So now, the problem with opening up with people is that kind of thing, that when you open up to people, you find that they are the people who are going to hurt you the most. Yes, so, but this also depends on the kind of relationship you're having with this person. If they are your parents like this, or brothers, or sisters, siblings, during these COVID times, of course, because most of the people stay in schools, so you don't really interact to the maximum. If you're to count the times that most of the students are in school, you'll find that they have about 8 months in school, and in a year we have 12 months, right? So if someone is having 8 months in school, it means they'll be having only 4 at home. So it means the interaction is less. But around this time where there's been lockdown, trust me, we have discovered that so many times we step on each other's toes, we annoy each other, but then that kind of trust, now the trust issue comes in. How much do you trust this person that you'll always forgive them? You see? So that is the kind of, I think, bond that you're trying to bring out here. But I don't really know what Danny is also thinking about that. He could also decide to
Let
tell
me
us.
also add something.
With you.
Okay, I remember earlier on I mentioned that I'm a bit insecure when it comes to relationships or bonding with other people. When I first come into a new community or society, now, for example, when I went to university, it takes me some time to actually get to, be comfortable with someone. I like to scan, okay, not for flaws, but let's say if I'm compatible with this person, the things we can both enjoy. But I do it like on a deep, really deep level sometimes, which is not really necessary. But then, if it's like let's say if 2 months pass, or rather in this case the most recent one, 1 month, there's where I just feel comfortable, and I feel that's why I feel I can, be more secure or start disclosing stuff that I would feel are personal to me. But then I'm also careful with how much I keep telling this person, because I know from recent experience that when you're trying to open up to someone, you have to be careful. Now this is from yeah, you have to be really careful. Sometimes, yeah. Now this is personal experience. There's actually this person who I like that none of you know of, whom I was actually my best friend, but we were friends for about 6 months, and then later on when I came and told her that I had
Liked her.
feelings for them, yes, it spoiled everything. Like it spoiled
I see
everything.
what you
I
said.
did more harm. Yeah. But of course, yeah, so I didn't speak to her for about 2 months. It was awkward, but later on we, mended that bond that was broken, but then it was never the same again. Are you seeing? So my advice would be very careful. If you want to disclose something, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be, a personal relationship or secure relationship. Just be careful, because anything can happen. Like Peter said, the enemies around you, but doesn't mean they're always enemies. It's just the information or what you're going to say that may have a different impact. Yeah.
Okay, Danny mentioned something about how after a month he felt comfortable with the person. After talking to them for about a month, you start to feel like, okay, this feels genuine. This question goes to Sophia. There are a number of people in this country, in this world, that have the kind of personality where once you give them more than say 3 weeks or 1 month to interact with them, they start to get comfortable around you. They start to trust you completely. Now, do you feel like sometimes that can be a reason someone gets hurt easily?
It depends.
What does it depend on?
Personal experience, I don't have a best friend because I don't like. You're my best friend.
Yeah, don't worry. She means
I
outside
okay.
family. Okay.
Okay. When we were
Outside the
growing
home,
up,
yeah.
yeah. When
Okay,
we were
very
growing
well.
up, yeah. She was my best friend. She knew everything. But now
She knows everything
she
still.
still knows, I think.
I know quite a bit.
Yeah.
Enough.
Okay.
Yeah, so I tend not to trust people because I don't like disclosing to people a lot, because I don't know why. I just don't trust people. But people are different. People are different. So someone may come to you and they trust you. Maybe like you guys will communicate for 2 weeks, a month. Then they'll feel comfortable with you. You're always there for them. When they need someone, you're always there for them. Winnie is, let me say, caring. She's always there to give you that ear. I don't know, but she's caring. So you can run to her. Her friends, I think, find her nice, loving, and yeah, she's a good friend. I think she's nice, and Peter is also there. You can run to him, but I don't know. I just don't trust people.
You don't trust people much.
Mm.
What do you think caused the lack of trust?
My father betrayed me.
Your father
He
betrayed you.
betrayed me. I told him all my secrets, everything. How I had a boyfriend. I even told him. Okay, it was a lot. I really
Okay.
told him a lot, and he betrayed me. Okay, he just betrayed me.
He betrayed you.
Yeah,
Now,
actually a funny story.
it's really, it's really bad.
it's really bad,
Yeah.
but it really hurts you.
It really hurt me.
It really hurt you. Now, do you think that your experience with your relationship with your father, your family relationship, do you think it affects you as a person when you get into other relationships? Do you think it affects you?
No.
It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
at all. Wow.
Okay, but for me, I think it really affects.
It really affects.
In what way? Because you see, I've not studied so much about the female, but at least for the few I've interacted with, I found out that once this girl is not hyped, is not praised from the family level, say especially the father, oh, today Melissa, you're smart, you're beautiful, you're cute, you see those things. Now this Melissa here will one day go out of the gate, and who is going to tell her, oh, beautiful, how are you? Is a border rider. You see? So now this kind of thing is going to really puzzle this girl's mind. At home, I'm not appreciated, but when I come out, I get appreciated. But then you forget that. But this now makes you prey to these scavengers out there, you see? So that is why I'm saying it also has to start with the family members, especially to the girls, the fathers. The fathers have to be in that shoe where they should make the girls feel appreciated, because that is what girls need anyway. You need to be appreciated, your looks, the way you're dressed that day, the way you're talking, all those things, those small compliments that come from parents really make girls feel, let me say, confident about themselves. But if a girl who is not confident about themselves moves out, and then they get exposed to this kind of men who are going to keep throwing sweet words to you, it means you're going to give in very fast. And what these guys nowadays need is not to build something, but they just want to take something, then they move on. Yes, so that is why I come back to that point and say, indeed, the parents have to play a vital role in this kind of building, actually influencing relationships. Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to build to a certain build us to a certain height where we start to view what kind of core causes such issues. So I'm going to take us out of the house now. Like you mentioned that sometimes when they don't receive that kind of affection, that kind of reaction from their parents, they go out there and they start searching for it. And as soon as they receive it, it's the first thing they grab hold of. Now, sometimes, and I've heard stories of multiple people who don't receive the kind of affection that's expected from home. And when they go out, people are very quick to offer them to them, very, very fast. And then we have relationships that are built off fast things. You know, there's no core friendship and there's no real reality of who the person is, but it seems nice, you know, it seems smooth and wonderful on the outside. And so now we have a couple that has decided that they love each other, love in quotes, and they're going to go forward in their relationships. What are the barriers you think they are bound to find if one hasn't received the kind of affection that is required from home, and the other one has also come from God knows what kind of background he has come from? What kind of barriers do you think they're likely to find on the way, Winnie?
I think one of the issues that we face is how we view relationships from a school level to what is being taught in the household. For the most part, most parents tell their kids that relationships are bad, you shouldn't engage in this and whatnot, and they put a lot of shame around it. So when people actually get into relationships, they're not as comfortable bringing their relationship home to like tell their parents, okay, today I have a boyfriend and whatnot. Like those are not conversations that are happening in our households. But even in schools, I remember at a certain point in my P3, this boy was beaten just because he had feelings for another girl. And I think all of that creates some kind of negative stereotype around it, the way we view it. We don't necessarily internalize it, but those are the effects that we have, and we carry it along with us. I know people that are properly engaged, but their parents still don't know. But that's just one thing. Your question was?
What are the barriers they're likely to face as they continue on their relationship journey that doesn't have a core foundation?
Depending on the kind of relationship that you are searching for at the end of the day. If you're looking for something that is long and sustainable, then you would put in some effort in trying to be friends with them. I know most of the times, they say charity begins at home. So we learn how to love people from the way we see our parents loving us and the way we love our siblings and other things like that. You learn how to care at least for other people from home. At least that's where I learned it. But in the sense, if you're just looking for friends with benefits, then
Why did you say it so quietly?
if that's what you're looking for, really, you don't need a friendship basis. But if you are looking for somebody that you are very intentional about, that you have feelings for, and you hope that one day you can maybe celebrate an anniversary with, then you have to put in some time in getting to know that person. Not to say that people that have spent time don't face challenges, it's just that their challenges don't come as a shock. Because I know who you are from the inside and out, I know your mannerisms, so when you do things, it's not like I expected it, but
You know.
I know
you
at a
know.
certain point it was bound to happen. And I think most of the times that people get hurt is they're getting hurt from their own expectations. You put a lot of expectations on another person's child, and you want them to come and save you and deliver you from all your family burdens and your trust issues. Go to a therapist, that's their job. The person you're dating is not here to heal you. We're not Jesus, we're just as human. We have come with our own burdens. And I guess one of the things I've learned is not to carry my disappointments from my other relationships. I don't have any. But my disappointments from my other relationships and portray it on another person. If somebody hurt me, that doesn't mean this person is going to hurt me. You're unfairly judging them.
Can I pause you over there? That is a very key thing she just mentioned, because many people carry their hurt from previous relationships into other relationships. But I feel like sometimes the reason why they do that is because they haven't had an opportunity to get their mind around the whole situation.
Yeah.
Because the people who get dumped abruptly, and then they don't know what happens next. And sometimes for many people, when something so sudden happens, they want a quick way to, get rid of the pain, or to hide it, rather bury it. So they look for another relationship when they haven't sorted that one. But then it starts to eat up their ability to relate with the other person. It starts to degrade their love level. In fact, love is too big of a word. It starts to degrade their relation level, and they start to look at the whole aspect as just okay, this is who I have now, this is who I have now, this is who I have now. And over a period of time, you'll notice that you get dumped, you get another person, you get dumped, you get another person. How do you avoid that chain of dumped feelings or dumped relations? Because someone will always try to be covering up their heart with another relationship. You get where I'm coming at. Yeah. So how do you deal with that chain of dump get, dump get, dump get?
If I may chip in, Melissa, gone are the days. I think nowadays it is just a fashion that you enter into one relationship, and before it starts, you've jumped into another. You see? But those days when I was still in, say, secondary school, that is not far away, because I joined secondary in 2004.
Oh.
Yes, but those days, Winnie, yes, those days, for you to relate with someone, you'd have spent with them like a period of time. Like you know them, you like what they do, but nowadays, this generation, you find that even when you go out, for us it was very hard for you to be in a relationship out of school. We'd get people like partners in school. Even when you come back home, you're excited to go back next time because you're going to meet this kind of person you've not seen for a long time, because phones were not there, WhatsApp was not there, all these social media platforms were not there. But right now, you find that just when you go out, you're going to get a person who is going to like you, and boom, you've jumped into a relationship. Then the other thing, like for what you asked Winnie, I think first of all, expectation is true. We expect a lot. But then the other thing is that we are forgetting we come from different backgrounds, different culture, different religion, divides like it is right now, Muslim, Catholic, what you can mention them. So we forget about that. So the problem is we expect that once I am in a relationship with person P or person S, then it means they should meet up what my religion ought them to, or what my culture wants them to. You see, nowadays we don't love from feelings. That I'm ready to go with this person, even if he's a wizard, I'll still go with them. Yes, because those are imperfections, really. Those are imperfections. It is just the connection of the heart, isn't it?
That heart is not.
Yes, that is why I'm saying gone are the days where relationships were based on feelings, like deep in the heart. Right now, you will find a girl is looking at a 1 Peter who is in a Pajero, a brother's Pajero out there. He jumps out and high. Now, this girl already is building mansions in air. tagging them to this Peter.
Mm.
Yeah.
But forgetting even this Peter the car is driving is not his. So you see, now this girl, it will be very easy to relate with this girl. Like if I call such a girl that, hi Vanessa, can I have your number? Very fast, even before I ask her, she'll tell me I'm on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. This, you can find me on this. You see, because they are looking at the car. Yes, that is why I'm telling you that basis of school now has vanished. So these days, I think Sophia can explain better.
Okay, I think these days it's all about money. Yeah.
I don't know what else it should be,
Yeah.
Always about
It's always about money.
but
Yes.
I don't see what else.
The girl will become cashless, fatherless, everything less. Just, I don't know, money. Even with
Fatherless,
family.
motherless.
Okay, even with the family. If you have the money, family will like you. Trust me.
Just like that.
Just like that. Just have the money. Then with the relationships,
But Sophia, Sophia, a question.
eh,
If you have the money, is it a guarantee that the relationship will last?
it's not about, they don't care about lasting nowadays. They don't care about lasting. They just want your money. And that's it.
I mean, the money offers, they say there's no romance without finance. Amen?
Amen to that.
They are winning.
What?
There are some. There are some.
That is a very sketchy ground, but,
But it's
okay.
true, it's true. My idea of romance, you kind of need a little bit. But I'm not after money. But this is not an argument that I stand for, but I know it was said a couple of years ago. Marilyn Monroe, she said in one of her movies that I really can't remember, but this was said in the 60s, and she's one of the most defining people of at least pop culture at this point. She said that a man having money is like a girl being beautiful. If I may not necessarily marry you because you're beautiful, but doesn't it help? I may not necessarily marry you because you are Bill Gates, but it puts your foot
So
forward.
it means for a man to have makeup on them is having money.
Not makeup.
Okay.
It's not something that I
Not
stand
so
for,
then
but
you-
it's something that's happening all around.
Yeah, a man to look good, you have to have money.
That's true.
Okay, well, for me, the way I perceive
The
it
money, by
is
the way.
okay, the man, okay, well, of course we have to have money. It's
Amen.
like, it's like our responsibility to look after the women. But the way I look at it is, we're just supposed to be this kind of person who is financially, let's say, stable. It doesn't have to mean that you have money. I think you just have to show her that everything will be fine. Then she'll come to you. It just depends on what you're looking for. Because from my experience, I've never suffered with that problem, at least.
With
And
money.
thank God, because I'm scared that it is coming one day.
But all the people you've interacted with were rich.
Yeah, they
But okay,
have the money.
maybe they had the
Okay.
money, but they normally used to, let's say, refuse me to help them out.
Are you sure
I
they refused
swear.
your money?
I swear. So, I
That
swear.
You're sure
is
they
so
refu-
good. Right?
I
They
swear.
refused your money.
Okay, they
Okay,
would not
did they give you
necessarily.
the money? their money?
Rare occasions.
Okay, but they
Because I
did.
wouldn't ask, it would look bad. Okay,
But it's
men,
not
we
bad
have
to
pride.
ask.
Yeah, but yeah.
So, from what we have just discussed, we have picked out that money is a priority in relation. That is what you guys have.
It's not the biggest thing.
Uh huh.
Come
But
on, our kids won't feed on love only. Food.
so money is
Education.
important.
Yeah,
important
from
to
both
them.
sides.
Okay, another question I ask: do you feel like money in itself can be one of the biggest reasons a relationship won't work?
I think it is, but I also think it's a very immature place to come from.
Why is it immature? Elaborate on that.
Because, well, the thing is, people want to meet people when they're already rich and flourishing. But this is, like you said, somebody who is 24 years, has just gotten out of school, they're probably working on their first paycheck, but you expect this person to be driving, to be buying you first of all, I think the way people use money at this point is so unrealistic. People want the Gucci bag. It's not even pretty, but people want the Gucci bag that costs $8,000, and it's just one bag of this size, and they're not going to wear it every single day at the end of the day. And I think that's very unrealistic, and that's very childish to come from. If you think money is the most important thing, I think if you are genuinely respected, if you're loved, if the person values your opinion, values, what you have to say. Those are very important things. And I look more on that. I look more on your personality than I do with your money, because I know for a fact I'm going to be rich. Amen. God, you had me.
Amen.
I know for a
Amen.
fact I'm going to be filthy rich. So money really for me is not a big concern. And maybe I'm coming from a privileged place because we don't go hungry at home. So maybe my need for money is not as high as another person's need for money. So I see, well, they think money could be important, but otherwise I don't think it is.
Because I've been in relationships where the guy has never given me money.
Yes.
Yeah.
At all.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
I never
I've
asked.
been with this person. Okay, like Peter, I was in my first year. He was in his fourth year.
Hey.
So
Tell us.
okay, yeah.
Tell
We
your
want
uncle.
to know.
Yes.
Tell your
So
uncle.
yes, so I met this guy and we liked each other. He got
Yes.
out of school and he stayed home for I think 1 year. Then he began working, but I've never asked for his money.
Amen.
He doesn't. I don't really put that pressure on him that send me money. No, because I know he's just from school and okay, he's starting his life. You don't expect him to, have that amount of money that you want, even if it's 10,000. Trust me, 10,000. Hey, you guys, 10,000. It's not little money. That's a meal. It can pay water bill for someone.
Yes.
You get, yeah. So you have to be supportive. You have to support your guy. Together, you guys will what? Will make
Rise
it.
and
Yes.
grow.
Yes. So I don't think money is really something that you should look at, but also
But also, you have to keep it in
You
mind.
see
yeah,
that
you know
but,
that.
but.
Uncle
But
Peter, you know
people
there are
focus
some
on the
people.
but.
There are some people you will support them. You'll be with this person, but you guys,
No.
they won't even.
No, but
they won't make it.
Sophia, let's be realistic about this. Let's be realistic here. You find a girl of 24
Yeah.
dating a guy of, let me say, 28. But this girl expects this guy to have a mansion, expects the guy to have a serious ride.
Everything.
Nowadays they call them Penkoni the V8.
Okay.
If you're to go out, birthday, baby shower, Ismanga,
baby.
what? All those things,
Everything.
all those funny things. But then when you try to trace the background of this girl, even the father is still renting. The father is still using a boda and a taxi. But this girl and the father is 65
And her expectations are already there.
already at 28. So it is not really fair.
How insane is it that people at such young ages have such huge expectations? I feel like we should elaborate more on this. You guys should tune in next time. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah.